What do you believe in? I personally feel like this question is not asked enough among us, although all of us believe in something. And we make decisions and form opinions towards things that we encounter in our lives based on our own beliefs. Well, I happen to believe in myself. I guess because I often bring up minimalism, Buddhism, and Stoicism in my videos, some of you asked me if I'm religious, or others even suggested that I should believe in Jesus for whatever reasons. Although I appreciate the suggestions from you guys, my belief has always been me. I'm a curious person, so I have studied a little about religions such as Christianity, Buddhism, etc. And though I learned a lot about their perspectives that contributed positively to my life, I just couldn't distinguish between religions and businesses. The ways that religions provide answers to unknown or vague concepts about this world are like how businesses provide solutions to consumer problems. There are people who take advantage of religious power and influence those believers negatively. In extreme cases, some people create cults and present themselves as something that the believers wouldn't be able to live without. It is as if those terrible businesses try selling stuff that consumers don't need by persuading them that what they already have isn't enough, or they won't become happy without having what they offer. Some people spend a lot of money on specific brands of clothes, cars, shoes, etc., and seeing them makes me feel that they want to represent the brands by wearing them or using them and appearing in front of others in public. They love the brand so much that they become what they believe in from the bottom of their hearts, and they tell others how great the brands are by showing up in public. It is just like religions are something that people believe in from the bottom of their hearts, and some people do try to encourage others to believe in what they believe in. I guess this shows how belonging is a huge part of our DNA, and believing in the same thing or owning the same brand makes us feel a part of the community that provides us with a sense of comfort, warmth, and peace within ourselves. One way to look at this is that believing in the same thing is such a beautiful element of life. It's like you go to your favorite artist's concert, and you already know that the people who attend the concert are also interested in the same artist, which gives you a sense of belongingness and joy. Another way to look at this is that when beliefs are different, they can easily tear people apart from one another, as if you become the enemy just because you don't believe in the same thing. After everything I have studied, learned, and experienced in my life, I came to the conclusion that I would like to believe in myself. And just like those religions and businesses, I would like to spread this belief of believing in yourself because it has helped me become the way I am now. I mean, it is obvious that there are people who you can connect to easily, while there are others who you find it difficult or almost impossible to connect to because of our differences in beliefs, and there's nothing wrong with it. However, all I want is for people to be happy in this world. And whatever you believe in or decide to believe in, I want you to be responsible for your beliefs and be happy believing in them. And I don't want you to make decisions or form opinions towards something if your beliefs are what just passed on to you from people around you as you grew up. We learn a lot about good and bad, right and wrong, what to believe in or what not to believe in growing up from people around us, like family members and friends, etc. But once we age, I believe it is important to stop and think about whether they are still what we believe in from the bottom of our hearts. Let me give you an example. In high school, I met a girl that I became close to, and we had a lot in common, and we liked each other. So we started dating, just like any other high school relationship. She happened to be Muslim, and it was my first time learning that believing in the same thing unites people, but different beliefs sometimes tear people apart. A part of the reason why we ended up breaking up was that her parents didn't approve of me because I was a Muslim. And for her, the acceptance of her mother was so significant, which I'm sure we can all agree that our family's approvals or opinions towards people that we date matter to each of us. So when we broke up, I was obviously sad that I couldn't continue this relationship, but what hurt me more was the fact that her mother didn't try getting to know me for who I was and judged that I wasn't enough for her daughter because I didn't believe in the religion. Also, my ex-girlfriend told me that she wasn't fully sure about whether she was really believing in Muslim, as she grew up with it. I really liked that perspective of questioning things, and I respected her for that. But at the end of the day, it looked like she chose her mother's approval without spending enough time to figure herself out. Obviously, I could be completely wrong about her because I know that I had a lot of issues as a person as well, but I remember being sad about the fact that it seemed to me that she didn't decide to break up with me because she wanted to, but she was significantly encouraged by external factors, and she wasn't sure whether those were her actual beliefs or not. To me, making decisions based on other people's opinions leaves a huge room for blaming others when things go wrong. Oh, I'm unhappy because you made me do it. You made me say it, although I didn't want to. But unfortunately, no matter how much you blame others for what you do or don't do, you're responsible for everything that happens to you. This is why I would like to insist that you can believe in anything you like, and you can listen to things that are greater than you, or people that are so important to you, such as family and friends. But I really hope that you never forget that you're the one making final decisions and changes in your own life as the main driver. Never forget to believe in yourself.